Hello, folks, and welcome back to Learn Synthesis with VCV Rack. I'm your host, Dr. Lawrence W. Moore, and in this third series, we've been looking at what things come with Rack 2 Pro. If you get the bundle, drums are included, and so are Soundstage. If not, the modules that I'm going to be showing tonight do come with Rack 2 Pro, even without the bundle. We'll be looking at the phaser, the chorus, and the flanger, and we'll be taking a listening to them and see what they do. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, so the patch that we have right here, obviously MIDI in and audio out. This is not meant to all operate together. Basically, I took two VCOs that are emitting square waves, and I chorused them by putting this one down 1.6 hertz and this one up 1.6 hertz. So that way they're about, that would be 3.2 hertz apart in frequency, and you would perceive the center pitch of that, which by setting these a little bit down, a little bit up, basically you would perceive the notes in our equal tempered tuning system. So it's they're detuned the same amount in each direction, so you do still perceive the note, but you hear a chorusing effect. And then down here I have a single oscillator, and we're going to listen to the chorus first to hear how, traditional chorusing compares to the chorus module that comes with Rack 2 Pro, and just compare them. Obviously, the chorus module does have more to it than just plain old chorus. But in any case, let me make sure my mixer is set here. All right, yeah, now we want to turn this down, and then I'm going to turn up these two. So what we're hearing is traditional chorusing effect. Two square waves detuned by about 3.2 hertz from each other overall. 1.6 hertz in each direction. There we go. And if we just hear one, then we wouldn't hear chorusing. You hear that? So yeah, chorusing does have a big impact on your sound. It makes it sound fuller, and using multiple oscillators does that, so long as they are detuned. You got to detune them by small amounts. If it's higher amounts, you can hear beating as like a regular pulsation. Sometimes you don't want that. In this case, you do hear some beating, but it's slow enough that it's not, it doesn't sound like an out of tune instrument or something. So now what I'm going to do is raise the volume. I turn these down. So now we're going to hear a square wave going into the chorus module, and then it comes out through the mixer. So now we're going to hear the chorus module, and I am going to initialize each of the sliders here. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I am going to zoom in on the parameters here. Now, all these parameters can be affected by CV inputs according to the amount going up or down. So you see middle here. If you leave this knob in the middle, your CV won't really do much of anything. If you turn it up, then it would be like how much your CV signal is will raise each parameter by that amount, or if you turn it down, it'll lower the parameter by that amount. So anyway, our first parameter here is a delay. So you can see if you used an LFO on this. Now this is not a delay that would create something like an echo. This is a small amount, in which case it's almost like phasing, really. And then we'll zero that out or initialize it. And then we have a tone control here, which I guess gives you a bias in the frequency spectrum. Let's try putting the delay on. I liked the sound of this down here. So yeah, you're getting an emphasis, lower frequencies, higher frequencies, either direction. Let me see something here. I'm going to play a low note. I'm going to play a higher note. Let me see, is there any pitch input here? No. So it does seem to be adjusting throughout the spectrum. I mean, the highness and lowness of the pitch you're playing fairly well. All right, let's hear this. This is our depth. I guess depth and rate means that we're going to get modulation here. In chorusing, I guess that would be the beating of the chorused signals. As they're detuned, you can control that rate, because it's basically going to be taking two signals like we did up here, detuned from each other, and the depth, I guess, is the amount of detuning, and then the rate is, well, no, actually, the rate would be proportional to, you know, how much the detuning is, because that's what creates faster and faster beating the further apart they are, until they reach the point where you no longer hear it as beating. But anyway, let me just play a single note. Okay, if there's no depth, you will not hear a rate of anything. It is cool. I think it doesn't necessarily replace detuning oscillators, but it can expand upon it. For example, I'm going to bring these back up. This oscillator is not detuned at all. The chorus was doing all of that. But these, let's hear these included, all three all together. Yeah, the effect of the chorus is hidden when, you know, it's only 1/3 of the signal now. you can mix them together with the mixer. Come on, my mouse is chasing it away. Yeah, I could hear a little bit of effect there. Try to... Now things like this, like if you leave your depth up but initialize your rate, you don't hear much modulation, but obviously if you take rate here, I am going to have it hooked up to my mod wheel. Yep, that's mod wheel. Cable's kind of covering it. Come on, mouse. There you go. Let's try that. Now I'm going to use the mod wheel. And you can adjust your depth accordingly so that you don't hear the each bending as deep or as far away from the center, you know. And then if you just want it for modulation, it doesn't get too crazy. Oh, sorry, my mouse. Hook you back up. There we go. Yeah, so you can find just the right amount of bend that you would allow. Okay, I'll disconnect this. We're done with that. But that could be for all of the parameters. So I think it is a cool module. Although what I might do with it, in fact, let's actually... I have an idea here. What if we do this? I'm going to hook up stereo to these two channels of the mixer. Turn these down. But, so we're just receiving on two channels coming from here. But, what I'm going to hook up are these two oscillators going into the stereo inputs here. So now what we're basically hearing is, instead of this single oscillator going through the chorus, we're hearing our two chorused oscillators going through a chorus. And there. So you get some of the effects of this chorus module and still have a little bit more thickness that's provided by actually having two oscillators. Or at least I perceive that. Maybe not, because I guess this does produce two signals. Otherwise it wouldn't be chorusing. Two signals from one, but I don't know. I think it is giving us a little bit more thickness, and I might as well hook up the velocity to that one as well. So velocity control. Yeah, it gives a little bit of a sick feeling. So let me initialize that and turn off the rate. All right. So anyway, able to check out that chorus. I think what I will do is now put these back the way they were. Mostly what I want to do is just use a single oscillator through the phaser and the flanger so we can hear what these effects are doing. So we say more distinctly. So I assume, oh, wait a minute. When we were hearing that, I had this fader down, didn't I? Ah, boy. Well, all right, let's go for it real quick. Because I had that fader down, we weren't hearing the full thickness. Sorry about that. This won't take long to hook these back up, though. Just 2 more cables and we got it. Alrighty. 1, 2. Mm-hmm. Let me see here. And you could use some EQ or filter on that and stuff. But there we go. So yeah, it does sound a little bit thicker, I believe. Now let's disconnect you. I'm going to connect you to here. Disconnect you guys. And we're just going to hear a single oscillator. This is supposed to be red. Use my color coding. All right, there we go. So a single oscillator square wave going through the flanger, and might as well turn this down. Come on, mouse. There we go. This I can initialize. There we go. All right. I have some parameters already set. So anyway, what we have here is frequency. Now, phasing is basically taking copies of the signal and putting them in and out of phase with each other and oscillating that phase relationship. Frequency, I guess, will be the frequency region of what part of the signal is being phased. Put it up somewhere like there. And then we can take the rate. Oh, no, this is resonance. So it'll emphasize that frequency region. It's an awful lot of resonance there. Come on, mouse. Alrighty, so, and then the actual phasing does have a rate to it, as well a depth, since it's almost like 2 waveforms shifting in and out of phase with each other. Depth would be how far of a distance they shift in and out of phase, and rate would be the speed at which they do that. Yeah, it's a pretty cool effect. A lot can be done with that. Now, whether or not there are some free modules out there that do flanging as well and do as equal a better job, I don't know. I haven't found another flanger in my going through the module libraries yet, but I've only still have been scratching the surface. And as I next time we will be doing the convolver and the soundstage, which are both reverb types that come with Rack 2 Pro, even without the bundle. No, the soundstage actually is part of the bundle, so you have to get the bundle to get that with Rack 2 Pro, but the convolver does not. So we'll be looking at those next time, and then after that, oh, I have a lot of the free libraries still to go through that I haven't done yet. Fun. So anyway, stay tuned. Here we go. Let's hear the I was saying flanger before when it was the phaser, right? I think a couple of times I said flange instead of phase, but no, I said, yeah, I was correctly describing the phaser. Just all of a sudden, I just thought, wait a minute, this is the flanger? Wait, never mind. Okay. Now, once again, this says delay, but this is also kind of like doing phase relationship sorts of things. All three of these do some phase relationship sorts of things because this one has a delay and this has a delay. And in this case, the delay in time is not enough to create an echo or a reiteration of the sound so much like you don't hear reflections. But rather you hear like phasing of different frequencies where some are attenuated and some are emphasized, depending on how the shifted waveforms line up with each other. Pretty cool stuff. Feedback means I think how much of it is looped back into itself. You're certainly starting to get feedback there. As you get to the outer edges, you can hear it sound more and more like a mic feedback. In fact, the further out to the edges you get, but pretty cool stuff. Sorry, I'm just tripping out on some of the sounds here. All right. I don't know if I'm grabbing this. I gotta move you over. And here we have a modulation effect again, the depth and the rate. I'll turn down the feedback here. You could do some filtering on that even further and find some real gems in the frequency spectrum there. There we go. We've heard all three of these effects. These do once again come with Rack 2 Pro. As we go throughout more of the free modules and stuff, we'll see what we encounter. I think there was some flanging effect in what was it, the shebang modules, although I'm not going to dig for it. It wasn't called a flanger, it was just a flanging parameter on one of their effects, I believe. But I don't remember off the top of my head which one it was. But in any case, you heard him, so that's up to you if you think they're worth it or not. Remember, the Rack 2 Pro also includes, VST capabilities and the convolver, which we will look at next time. So next time we'll be reverberating. So if you found this useful at all, please hit the like button. Leave a comment if you have questions or some comments that you think might contribute to the discussion. And subscribe, please, if you haven't already. Until next time, take care and stay free.